$100,000 of income is now going to be tax-free. So, you don't start paying. And then, again, I don't know if she has children, but if you're someone out there who has children, you're going to get an extra $600 credit for every child that you have. And then the rates go down. So
yeah,
it just simply isn't true. It simply isn't true that she's going to. I mean, she may have some special circumstances.
How can you be so sure, Stephen? How can you be so sure? Because she sounds like a woman. I don't know her personally either. She sounds like a woman who has looked at the tax plans and has determined, even with those pieces that you just pointed out, that her taxes are still going to be going up. I mean, we look at some of these deductions that people often take that are being eliminated, like the SALT tax, like student loan deductions, for example, the perhaps property tax deductions, if you look at the Senate's plan, for example. And what Brianna just laid out is, I mean, this nonpartisan Joint Committee on Taxation says that under the Senate bill, for example, people who are earning less than $75,000 a year will see a tax increase, according to their analysis, and that's 10 years down the road. But still, that's going to haunt some people.
Well, look, I mean, a couple things. I mean, first of all, you're looking at the impact of the tax plan just in terms of people's taxes. Look, I worked on the tax plan. We devised it so that virtually every American would get a tax cut. Now, there are some people in certain circumstances. For example, if you live in a very, very high tax state, we're taking away the state and local tax deduction. Some people in those states may pay more. But I think you're missing the point here, Anna, with all due respect. The purpose of the main purpose of this tax cut is to grow the economy, to get businesses to grow, to have more jobs that have left the United States to come back to the United States by making our tax system more competitive. And we believe that this is going to raise the wages and salaries for average middle income Americans by $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a year. So
where's the evidence that could happen, though?
Well, for example, the Congressional Budget Office, which is not hardly friendly to Republicans, says that about 60% of the gain from cutting business taxes go to workers. By the way, I can show you that study because CBO says that you're going to have more business investment. As they invest more, they'll hire more workers. That is our expectation. You never know what's going to happen for sure. It happened awfully well in the Reagan years when we cut taxes and we had all the jobs. So, this is an experiment.
However, not so much. Stephen, I welcome the study that you speak of because I want to understand it. I hear what you're saying in terms of the intent of this tax plan.
I'll send it to you, Anna, and you can post it on the website. But our intention is for everybody to get paid less. We saw the video of CEOs who didn't raise their hand, the very few who raised their hand when they were asked if they would be investing more in their workers here at home if they were to have savings from overseas. One quick thing on that.
Real quick.
That was the Wall Street Journal conference. That was in Washington. A large number of the people who were there were not CEOs. They were government, they were government affairs representatives. They were the lobbyists. Lobbyists hate this tax plan because we're draining the swamp with this. We're getting rid of a lot of the rigged system and lowering people's rates.
And yet, Gary Cohn did seem like he was surprised by their response. Stephen Moore, I'm sorry, I'm getting the wrap. I really do appreciate your expertise. Thank you so much for your perspective.
Have a great
Let's continue the conversation another day. You too. We'll be right back.